Hello, my name is Chef Vee. We are here with Dine and Wine with Chef Vee. Vanessa Cole. I am a private chef, lifestyle connoisseur, enjoyment minister, all-round female boss. I have to gas myself up now. And today I have two gorgeous female creative bosses. I just have to say it. You guys are just doing amazing things. We're going to introduce ourselves. So I would love you to just tell the world who you are and what you do.
Hi, my name is Motunde. If you don't care, but then I'm popularly known as Motunde of Lagos, the one and only.
Motunde of
Yes.
Lagos. I love that.
I'm a brand strategist and also a lifestyle educator. So it's not just about showing; it's about telling the story, creating memories. So that's what I do.
Amazing.
My name is Shaylogo Braithwaite, also known as Beezus. I am the founder of Beezus Kitchen, which is a food and catering company. I'm also a chef, and yeah.
Yeah, so we got two chefs in the building today.
I'm not jealous.
Don't worry. we are all food lovers here, and that's what's amazing. So today's episode, we're talking about all things food, all things enjoyment, lifestyle, travel. We all love to travel here. We love to experience a good life. So what we're going to do today, we're going to break the ice. There's nothing better than drinking some wine.
Yep.
Because we love a good drink. Let's loosen our bodies a little bit.
Okay.
So we have wine brought to us by Declan. Thank you, Declan, for the free drink. We all love free drinks as ladies, don't we?
Hell yeah.
So this is a sweet white wine. I think it's perfect for daytime drinking. It's very easy to drink. So next thing, we'll have 3 glasses. You won't even know what's happening.
I'm not eating, no.
Don't worry, food is
Thank you.
coming. What's dine and wine without the dining, right?
Nice.
It's sweet, right?
Yeah, very.
So we'll do a quick toast.
Dangerous.
Here's to more life, more enjoyment.
Yep.
Amen.
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 Yes.
Okay, I took a sip first, so as traditional, I have to do it right there again.
Okay, so let's do a little game.
Okay.
I have these little inspiration cards. They're called Plethora of Thoughts. So I'd like you to pick one. We're going to do random picking. You don't know what the spirit is dealing with you, you know? And you're going to read this out and you're going to tell us what you think about the quote, how it resonates with you, or how it may inspire you. So we'll all take one.
Okay.
Okay, so Shaylo, go first.
Okay. Why is it easier for you to open up to people who comfort you rather than people who advise you? Well, personally, I would say that it's easier to open up to people who comfort you because, sometimes you just need some cuddling. Like, you don't really want people to be telling you, oh, this is what you should do. This is what you should do. Like, you bring up a problem and sometimes you're not actually looking for a solution. Like, you're just looking for someone that's going to listen to you and to tell you, like, everything is going to be okay.
Yeah.
But I think, you need a healthy balance of both.
Yeah, you do.
Because, yes, you need to be nurtured and comforted. Everyone deserves that. But you also need people in your life and in your corner who aren't just going to be yes men. People who are going to tell you, like, okay, yes, I've listened to you, I've heard you, but I think this is what you should do.
Yeah.
Not just always... Oh, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
like
I agree, and I think sometimes it's important to go for this comforting with the right person, because when I want to be comforted, I think it can be very dangerous to just say, "Oh yeah, this is real. You were so right." Blah 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 blah. Because sometimes you're not right, but just to be told, "I hear you, I empathize with you, and what do you need now?" I think that's even more positive as a comforting technique rather than just saying, yes, you're right. So,
exactly.
So it can be, I agree with you on that.
I know you too, and I think it's just a phase when you're growing. You nobody's perfect, so you can't expect that everything you do be 100%. So
exactly. So what's yours?
Okay, so mine is actually very interesting because it's a constant at the moment for me. So it says, how would you best describe the phase in life you're currently going through? I think it's a phase where I'll tell my younger self, like, they relax.
Yeah.
You know, it's a phase where I'm not where I used to be. I'm not where I want to be. But I mean, there's a huge transformation mentally in every ramification of life. It's a stage where I see myself constantly telling myself that, look, sometimes it would be off.
Yeah.
Sometimes you will not get a hang of it. But as long as you don't stop, it gets better.
Yeah.
So, and I see results. And just like linking to what she said, I have people around me that, you know, they'll say, okay, look, what you said makes sense, but is it the best? No. So why not let's do this to guide you?
Very important.
So that's where I'm at right now.
I love
so,
that.
Yeah.
Love that. No comments. I think that's a perfect answer.
Yeah, so I love that we did this.
So I'll read mine.
Okay.
It says, what if you get everything you ever wanted and you still aren't happy? Hey, God. All I can say with that one is...
She had to take one for you.
Honestly, if you still aren't happy, maybe go and get help.
Bruh,
Because
you have
there
to
must...
ask God.
That's God.
Talk to God.
Because there must be something spiritually that's not correct,
Yes,
right?
yeah,
Because
I agree.
what's everything you ever wanted? If you have a relationship, if you have a successful job, if you have a positive people around you, what
else could you possibly
So
want?
there
That's the
obviously
dream.
is a void in your spirit, in your life. Maybe it's a past trauma you haven't fully let go of that is stopping you from enjoying the happy moments in your life. And for me, it can't be anything physical. It has to be a spiritual thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely has to be.
So if that's you, we're praying for you.
I'm sorry.
Misha, I think I'm okay. I'm quite
Content.
content. Yeah.
It's good.
Okay, so this was
I
fun.
love this. I actually love
It was
this.
good, right?
It opened up a door.
So, are you guys hungry?
Yeah.
We're gonna take a little break now. Let me go prepare our lunch.
Okay.
Just be ready to be exported out of Lagos. That's all I gotta
Because
say.
where exactly are we going? Europe?
Maybe guess. We'll be
Middle
back.
West?
Middle East. Okay, ladies, lunch is served.
Thank you.
Okay.
So
I'm
Shayla,
curious
you
now.
inspired me with this one.
We are in Asia.
We are in Asia.
Okay, what's this called? I'm curious because it looks like, what's the name? She definitely knows it.
I don't know the Asian name, but this is my Chef Vee interpretation. So what we have is crispy grilled pork belly. It was seasoned with all sorts of flavors. You have honey in there, a little bit of brown sugar, soy sauce, touch of paprika because I put paprika on everything, and also a little bit of citrus, so fresh orange. And then this is served with a coconut infused rice.
Okay.
And then you have a little Asian slaw and a fried egg. Of course, you have to have a fried egg, don't you?
It's essential.
And then we also have a little drizzle of chili oil. We have a little bit more. My favorite chili oil locally made is called chin chili. And on the side, you have a coriander honey soy sauce that you can just drizzle all over the top.
Looks fantastic. I'm so excited to eat
watching
this.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
Okay, so how I like to do it, I just pour a little bit of this all over.
I'm just going to follow your lead.
Literally.
Get the fresh greens on
Chef's
top.
Words.
And then you just get a little bit of everything. I love to get that yolk just to kind of go everywhere as well.
Oh, I love pork belly. You don't even
I
understand.
swear.
It's like my favorite protein.
What do you think?
It's exactly very.
I was nervous because
love
Shay Logo
crackling.
is an Asian connoisseur when it comes to all things Asian food.
I love the What's in the
sauce?
cilantro thing? Yeah.
So a little bit of soy sauce, got some vinegar, honey. Very simple. And then the fresh herbs just gives it something else.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of cilantro. You know, a lot of people say cilantro tastes like soap.
I don't get it, but I don't like
It's so good.
It's
like,
so good.
It's my
I
favorite.
don't like it.
It's definitely my favorite.
It's so
herb.
fragrant.
Like, yeah.
Okay. So enjoy your meal, but we got some talking to do, some discussions. So what I want you to do, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to be transported to your dream destination.
How many of them?
Just one, just one.
Okay.
Whether you can hear the ocean or you can hear animals, the breeze, trees, sand. Tell me what that location is. Shayla, go.
I'll go first.
I'm in a villa in Indonesia, in Ubud, which is just, it's in Bali. It's not the city. Seminyak is a city. But Ubud is like more the countryside area. There's no water around. There's no beaches around. It's just beautiful villas, lots of forests, lots of monkeys.
I was about to say I can see monkeys.
The forest, of course, monkeys.
Lots of monkeys, you know, just having a lovely mimosa, literally by the pool. That's with my partner. That's my
vacation.
Ideal.
That's my ideal. I love it. I love it. I'm transported there instantly. All right, Motunde, where are you taking us now? First class flight to where?
To the Beezus. First class to the Beezus. First of all, about aesthetics, you know, the ocean. I like to just pace, you know, on the shore, take in the breeze, hear the waves. The birds, definitely. Like she said, with my +1, it makes it more, you know, fun.
Of course.
Hold while you, sorry, I'm very romantic, but hold on the shore, sit by the shore. Yeah, I think Barbados it is fun.
Nice, nice. Okay, mine is Thailand. I am in a seaside resort. Nice romantic getaway. I have the ocean just going. I'm in one of those villas where it's like an infinity pool facing the ocean. I have my little breakfast basket, you know. I have a Thai masseuse waiting for me to give me a nice back massage. I'm sipping a nice tropical cocktail in a coconut shell. I'm just living my best life, eating fresh fruit and forgetting all the worries that Lagos has to offer.
That Lagos is important.
Lagos is left the building. I haven't been to Thailand, but it's my #1 destination that I would love to go to. So that's
Can I go
mine.
with you?
Please come ahead. girl.
Thailand is a beautiful place. It's just, I just don't understand why all the Southeast Asian countries are so averse to giving Nigerians visa. Because I've been there a couple times and I had such a good time. It's just a beautiful place. But if you can, you have to see how you get there.
I'm getting there. If I have to swim.
And I wouldn't even say like the
I'll go by
proper
ship.
tourist place like Phuket. That's the worst place. I've been there. Worst trip I would say that I took in my entire time living in Southeast Asia. Phuket is the worst. Like,
Why?
Because that's very commercialized now, isn't it?
there were like no locals around. None. It was just tourists. Lots and lots of American tourists. And the prices, I'm in Southeast Asia. Why am I paying London prices? Like, I've been to Singapore as well. And, you know, it was also kind of like London prices. But, like, that's understandable. I don't know. And it was just, there was nothing authentic about it. Everything was just centered around tourists. Like, when I go somewhere, I want to be fully immersed into the culture of that place, into their food, into what gets them going. I want to speak to the locals.
Ask questions.
You know, I want to feel like I'm one of them
I agree with that.
in a non-appropriating culture
I agree,
way.
exactly. I agree with that, but it's also important to discuss, like, as a Black woman, it's not everywhere that the locals will 100% take you in.
It's not.
Oh my gosh, I
Have you had
remember
that before?
there was one time I went to the south coast of Italy, which I love, but I experienced some very high-key racism. Like, Italy they kind of fetishize like the black
people,
skin.
yeah.
Every time I'm in Italy, I'm always getting whistled at, shouted at. But sometimes it's in a non-violent way usually. It's just like, oh, chocolissima, bellissima, Naomi Campbell, you know. It's like lighthearted, so it doesn't get to me. But I was in Capri, and I went out of the coast more into like the mount, you know, up the hills, just trying to really explore the area. And we actually decided to take the local bus. And the bus driver was refusing to let us in, even though we had a ticket. He's like, your ticket is wrong. I was like, it's not wrong. It says from here to this destination. I was like, I'm not stupid. He's like, you can't come on the bus. We literally just got on the bus, ignored him. He didn't do anything. But then some of the locals on the bus, this old man was screaming, why'd you get on the bus? Get off our country, get off our land.
What?
You black skin always
Right
coming.
to your face.
Yeah. He's like, you black skin always coming here and ruining our destination. And
Oh my
I'm looking at him,
God.
it's like, it's our black skin that's bringing money to your country. We're coming as tourists and spending our money, which you don't even deserve at this point.
Wow.
The way
To
he
your
was,
face.
yes, to my face.
That's horrible.
He got so disgusted that he even got off the next stop to leave because he didn't want to be on the bus. And I was looking around on the bus and everyone was just silent, ignoring him. And then, of course, when he gets off, someone comes to me, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And I'm looking at him, then why didn't you say something? Don't come to me now with your sympathy when you saw we were
was the
being
person black
blatantly
too?
attacked. No, he was a local. And like you're being passive is also showing that you're racist. And for me, that's something that I hate to experience as a black person because, you know, I love to explore countries. I want to go to new places. But if the place isn't welcoming, and if I've heard stories of people say the place isn't welcoming, I'm not going to go. Because why am I going to give my tourist money, my foreign money to a country that's not welcoming? It can be very disastrous. But have you ever had an experience with racism with traveling?
I went to Cambodia by myself.
Huh, God, that's
Solo
a
traveling.
whole conversation we're about to have
I was
to.
going to say now we should talk about solo traveling, please.
Honestly, I don't know why I picked Cambodia to go to by myself as my first solo trip. I don't know. I was just feeling like, yeah, you know, why not? You know,
my
I haven't
bucket
been
list.
there. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I haven't been there. I'm going back home in a month. Let me just branch. I went there and I went to the capital city, Phnom Penh. That was like the worst city like I've low-key been to.
Wow.
Like, it was just so weird. I don't know. There was just something so off about it. Like, as soon as I got in there, got to the airport, got out of the airport, I was just like, I feel off. Like, this place is weird. And like, there was nothing to do except for like, they were like, oh yeah, we have like some touristy things like at my hotel. Oh wait, no. So I booked this hotel on booking.com and I got there and I got to the place and I was like, oh my God, like this cannot be my hotel. Like, it's not possible.
419.
Guy, I got there. There was like a restaurant. I was like, please, where is the hotel? I'm looking for this
Pictures don't
hotel.
match the
They were like,
website.
it's in the back. I walked through the restaurant before getting to the hotel. And I got to the hotel lobby. I was like, oh my God, like, I can't stay here.
Wow.
I was like, I can't stay here. Like, I know I've already paid money, but like, I literally
Hotels
can't
be
stay here.
scamming. Like,
Yeah, you see something different online.
so many. I have to go to like multiple websites, Google Images,
Check
everything because that booking.com can be a scam.
It was my first time, like, ever being like in that kind of situation before, and I do travel a lot, so like I was shocked. And then I was like, okay, let me just see the room. You know, like I've already paid money. Let me just see. So I go up, I see the room. They open the door. There's a cotton pad in the room
Oh
that
my
they're about
God.
to check me in. Used cotton pad. I just came downstairs. I was like, sorry, I have to go. Like, I literally have to go. I cannot stay here. And they're like, why miss? Why not stay? I was
What?
like, sorry.
Go upstairs
Like,
and check
I
your
was
room.
like, this
Did they
place
even
is
ask?
dirty. Like, this place is dingy. I'm walking through restaurants to get up here. Like, sorry. Like, I mean, I'm a student, but I'm not that broke. Like,
Where's
my
I can't
God.
stay here.
Where's the luxury?
I was
Where's the
disgusted.
luxury?
So I was like, okay. I sat down in the lobby and I was just trying to find another hotel. So I found another hotel nearby and I was like, okay. Let
And
me
this
go
was a
check
solo
this
trip?
out. It was a solo trip. I was
Hey,
by
the way I'll be
myself.
crying.
I was alone. I was like, okay, let me try and find this place. Then I went outside and I was asking around, like, do you guys know where this street is? Da, 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 da. And then this guy that had directed me in, that seemed fine enough, nice enough, was like, oh, okay, now I don't suggest ever doing this in your lifetime. This was a very stupid thing to do. Thank God I'm still here and like nothing crazy actually happened. But he was like, let me take you on my bike. I'll take you to the place. And I was like, this was a solo trip. I only had a backpack on me. Like I didn't bring a suitcase or nothing. No, it's fine. Nothing actually happened. Oh. It was just around the corner. It was like a 2-minute drive. So I had it open on maps and I was like, you know what, fine. So I hopped on his bike with my backpack and he dropped me in front of the street. I was like, okay. And he was like, so can I come in with you? I was like, no. And he was like, why? We can just have sex. Like literally that, like you know that like English isn't their first language.
And this was a local.
Yeah, like this isn't their first language or any, like this isn't their first. So like when they're talking to you, like they're so blatant.
Yeah,
like,
so
there's
blatant.
no code.
Because they don't know how to.
They don't know how to add sugar and spice. I was just like, sorry, no. He's like, can I get your number? I said, sorry, no. I said, okay, fine. And that was the end of that. So I was just like, this is crazy. And so like I went to the hotel. It was nice. Like it was nice enough. Like it wasn't like I was at the Four Seasons, but it was nice. And so I went in, I checked in, and I just told the guy that if anybody comes to look for me, I don't know anybody in this whole place. I just came here. So he never ended up coming to look for me. But like, so the guy, I was like, so what is there to do here? Like I've had a pretty shitty first day. So he booked me some tours the next day, and basically all they have in the capital city is like literally like genocide camps, like that kind of thing. So like I went there and it was pretty like interesting to like learn about their horrible history. But like after that, like there was literally nothing to do. So I was now walking back home one day, and maybe I think I spent like 2 nights here. I was walking back home and then this white guy was like just on the street and was like trying to talk to me. And I was just like, okay, I'm here by myself in the middle of this. And let me just say that Cambodia is really, really, really like big for sex tourism. So lots of like white people from across the world come there like for sex tourism. Same with Thailand as well. Like Southeast Asia, they're big on sex tourism. So it was like a very sex tourism-ish kind of place. Like 2 streets over from where I was staying, like they had like these bars where they just had like they're all over the city. Doesn't matter where you go. The most expensive area, the cheapest area.
And that's where you went on a solo trip.
That's where I went on a solo trip. I didn't do my research. I'm telling you, I just woke up one day and I was like, how much I applied to Cambodia? Let me just
gosh.
Like,
the way I would just
no, that night I left. The white guy was like, where are you from? I said, I'm from Nigeria. He was like, what are you doing here? I said, I'm on holiday. He said, oh, who are you with? I said, I'm with my family. They're in the hotel. That's what you have to do.
Because they want to like get information.
Yeah, do you get? So and I was not walking back to the hotel. He was disturbing me. He was like, okay, so like, can we have sex? How much? I was like, did I not just tell you that I'm a tourist here? The second person. Guy, I went to my hotel. I was like, okay, I need to get the hell out of here.
Honestly.
And he was like, I was like, I don't know if I should fly back to uni or like what's there to do. And he was like, okay, like I think you should go to Siem Reap, which is like another city. And he was like, that is actually a good place to go. Like they have lots of tourists there as well. Like they have lots of things to do, and they have like the Angkor Wat temples, which is I think it's one of the 7 wonders of the world. So I went there. I took a night bus. I couldn't find any flights. Got there. It was fun. I had a good time. I met people. I did the touristy things there. Like that was. I should probably have just gone there and there alone.
Yeah.
And
So I
gone
think
back
it was
to
you.
uni. So it was the wrong choice.
Yeah.
But
that's why I think when you're doing a solo
trip,
trip, you have to do so much
research is important.
And for me, I would only go somewhere that I know someone has gone one before and 2 on a solo trip and tell me their experience. And being a black woman as well is an extra stress. Like I saw this thing, solo trip 101. I think one of the most important things is never tell a stranger you're on a solo trip, because they will literally you put yourself in a vulnerable state.
Guys, like.
Oh wow! Have you ever been on a solo trip? Would you go on one?
I think I haven't gone because it's a mental thing. I don't think I have the strength, the mind to do it, and it's more of a personality thing. It might seem like a habit or a I'm a very me and someone kind of
Yeah.
person. So it's so interesting that to go watch a movie alone, I
Yeah.
struggle
Oh,
with it.
really?
Like, why? I like to be with someone and say, oh, did you
Yeah.
see what he did? Like, I like to talk.
You like it's a social exercise.
Yes. So I don't know how to do things
Yeah.
by myself because it gets boring when it's
Yeah.
just me.
I was like that,
Yeah.
but then I realized that there were so many things I wanted to do, and
You can't always have
I,
someone
you
that
can't,
wants
and you know,
to-
sometimes
Yeah.
if you wait for someone, you may not end up doing those things. So I started with little things like, okay, just going to get a coffee by myself,
Yeah.
and then I end up going for a lunch, maybe in a quiet restaurant. Now I'm fully confident in able to just go and eat by myself, go to the movies by myself, even go and have a cocktail by myself. Traveling I haven't done, but I have spoken to a friend that there are some companies that do solo trips, but they invite different group, like strangers
People to
basically,
see
and
me
they look
there.
after them
Okay.
together. So it's like a solo trip, but you know
You
that you're
still
in
have
a
people
comfort of a
around.
company that looks
Yeah.
after you.
I'm trying to do that now. And interesting, like it's a competition I'm having so much so now that my partner now did something recently, like he intentionally just said, oh, let's go to a hotel, and
Yeah.
then booked me us and Marriott, and
Yeah.
it was us. And then I get
It was
there and I'm
just
like,
you.
oh, you, and it's like, it's just
Bye
you.
bye.
That
That is good. That is a good
Enjoy
person.
your time.
Enjoy yourself.
It was like
Yeah.
you need to learn
Self-care.
how to, because
Self-love.
I can't always be there
Exactly.
to learn, and so I want to try. I think I'll try it very soon.
I think
Yeah.
it's something that every woman,
But I'll do my research.
Yeah, exactly. It's
man,
important.
everyone needs
You just have to
do.
be
It's
safe and
fun.
careful.
Yeah, as long as you have. I mean, I was like 19.
Yeah.
So like
I think
didn't
it
have-
makes you grow up. It makes you have a life experience. But no, this was great. Let's have a little break and we'll reconvene in a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, wow, interesting stories.
Ours was very interesting.
Okay, ladies, tell me, how was your meal?
As the non-chef, it was really lovely. I like the spice balance. Like it wasn't too. It wasn't even. It was not too nothing. Like it was just a very very. It was like accurate for the food. I loved the lamb chops. That's the top
Pork
lamb
belly.
Pork belly.
Pork belly. Oh right. Okay. I like the pork belly. I like the egg. The rice was perfect. It wasn't too soft.
You know, Nigerians are soft rice.
Yeah, like you parboil and you make it.
Ah.
No. I like this one because I could chew,
Yeah.
and when you chew, you savor the
Yeah.
whole thing. So yeah, it was perfect. I
Thank
loved
you.
it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Our chef.
I liked the pork belly. I'm such a fan of pork belly. Probably one of my favorite proteins, and it's pretty tough to get the skin when you leave the skin on to be crispy and to have it like crackling, which is like my favorite thing ever. I could just eat pork skin all day every day, so that I really enjoyed, and I especially like the cilantro vinaigrettes.
Yeah.
That was yummy as well.
Thank you. Oh.
Tied the
So
meal
we had a
together.
nice foreign trip abroad,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Nigeria.
So I'm very sorry, I have to bring you back home.
Okay.
Don't
We're here.
cry.
We're here.
But
now.
we are Nigerians,
no.
so we have to speak about Nigeria.
We're here now.
And of course, good things to say. There's some not so good things to say. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about the hospitality.
Wait, first let's have more wine.
Girl, you went mad. Let's have more wine, please. I think this topic is needed.
Because I need to loosen up before I say what I have to say.
Wow, I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear. Okay.
Thank you.
So yeah, I just want to start with a discussion on the hospitality industry here. Obviously, being well-seasoned international travelers, what is your experience dealing with Nigerian hospitality? We can speak restaurants, we can speak staycations here. What's good and what needs major improvements? So yeah, let's talk. I want to ask you first, Motunde,
Okay.
what's your experience
Yeah.
like because you do your creative, you do content creation. How have you found being that here in Lagos?
So let me start with restaurants, right? For me, for me to decide that okay, today is Tuesday, I'm going to this place to eat. It's a lot of mental work.
Yeah.
So I get dressed, I look good. I want to go to a place where my energy is matched up.
Yeah.
So I'm dressed enough to take pictures. I'm getting there and the ambience, the aesthetics is like, okay, perfect. I can already say where I want to take a picture. And then I eat the food. And yeah, sometimes when it comes to content creation, food is always like the last on the
Yeah.
hierarchy because a lot of people don't even like to eat. They just like the idea of how the food looks.
Yeah.
So your food has to look good. Taste good, yes, but look good more than taste good when it comes to content creation. If I'm going as a guest, then taste good is important.
Yeah.
You know. So far, the restaurants I've been to, there are a couple of restaurants that are very good. But I will generically speak now, and this is from feedbacks I've gotten from people. Why do I want to dress up, go to your restaurant, and you're delaying me for like an hour to get my food?
I swear.
The fact that I'm delayed for an hour has already dulled my mojo. I might just pack it and
Yeah.
let
Let's go.
You know, so everything has to be like this. So your food has to come on time. I get the fact that it's a process. But before you have a restaurant, you already process that factor into it.
But it's wild. You're spending 1 hour to give me spring rolls.
You know, you understand. So you should be able to
If it
know
was
how to
if it was
balance
something
out.
technically complex, I will give you some leeway.
Don't
But if I
delay
order
me.
chicken wings,
One thing that gets on my nerves, that makes my head and my blood boil, is when you see there's a table of 3 ladies. Why are you bringing one person's food first?
and then waiting
And
15
then
20
rest to
minutes.
come.
20 minutes later, the rest.
Yeah.
And then so, am I going to have bad manners? Am I going to be mannerless and start eating my food before my friends' food get? Or am I going to wait for my food to get cold? When, like,
You
why are
know.
you putting me in such an awkward
Exactly.
situation?
It's
That
so
timing is
awkward.
It's
very
so
key.
awkward.
That timing
Like,
is very
But let
key.
me ask a question. Do you believe that Lagos has a fine dining restaurant?
I think there are very few.
no, there isn't. There isn't.
There
even one.
isn't?
There isn't even one.
Really?
Maybe I would say the owner, because they actually have a menu
Yeah.
that is a fine dining menu.
Yeah.
But aside from that,
Yeah.
there are no. I
would
get
agree.
me.
I would agree with Ona
That's all,
because
Really?
Yeah.
she's Chef Obehi, she's very deliberate with her menu choices. It's celebrating fine dining, working with
They have
ingredients.
the
It's-
tasting menu
exactly.
as
And then I would have
well.
said Iton, but they've gone now. I don't know what's happened with Iton. They've kind of shut.
Yeah, they shut down
it's,
their
it's
operations.
confusing. But
I don't-
apart from that, even before Ona is new, I would have said there's not one.
It's
And all these restaurants say fine dining.
they're
restaurants in
upscale
Lagos.
dining.
So
They're not
maybe
fine
there
dining.
needs to be a bit of an enlightenment.
They don't know what fine dining is.
So maybe that's what I'm saying because I just said few.
So
What do you think
What would you
a
have
fine
said would
dining
be a fine
restaurant
dining
is?
So I
restaurant?
think from my layman's understanding of a fine dining is a place where it's a very bourgeoisie kind of place. Like the menu is not local, permit me to say. The aesthetics has that ambience. Their menu is very how do I say now? It's very versatile, like Chinese, Asian, Nigerian. It just has that blend. So please, if I'm wrong, I would love to learn.
I mean,
say you are a little bit.
I would say
Okay.
in a respectful way, you've just described the international restaurants. To me,
Okay.
that doesn't mean
That's
you're
not fine
fine
dining.
dining.
Yeah, it's the service.
No, it's-
the
Exactly. It's how you put your
Food,
food together. It's
Okay.
the
courses,
hospitality culture.
everything.
And I think what restaurants here are doing is okay, they'll spend all their money creating a very Instagrammable,
Beautiful
pretty place. So
space.
yeah, when you walk in, you expect something. And it's even more disappointing when I walk in and the customer service is a poor.
Almost not even there.
And then the food is confusing. I'm seeing a upscale international restaurant, or maybe you're an Asian restaurant, and you're serving me chicken wings and
Okay.
You know, I get confused when I see tacos.
or tacos.
And there's a restaurant that they have tacos plus Asian food. I'm like,
Exactly.
are you okay?
Or
Why are you
even
confused?
I don't want to name
Okay,
restaurants,
now I
but like
get
you're an
it.
Indian restaurant and you're serving pasta and pizza.
Yeah, I get it now.
What's wrong with them?
I get it.
And their pasta and
But
pizza is bad.
There's nothing wrong
But their
with
Indian food is great.
and your food might be good, so it's not even. But there are many more like upscale, or I'll just say
Yeah.
gourmet restaurant. Like I love, for example, like RSVP, Slow, Z Kitchen. But internationally, if they were in England, they would not be considered fine dining.
Yeah, I get
They're
it.
just
Not
a
upscale
upscale
in Nigeria,
restaurant.
that's
They're
why
like
there's
Bob
that
Bobrika.
thing.
Want to say
Exactly.
that that's fine dining.
Exactly.
Okay,
So it's just,
Yeah.
but it has to be a holistic experience.
Uh-huh.
And there's nothing that I hate more than going into these places and all you've cared about is putting this together, and then your kitchen is literally this big. You want someone to serve good food in a tiny hut
Corner.
behind. So why? And I don't get why some restaurants as well, they'll call themselves fine dining, but really you're a club. So just be a club, be a
My
bar,
dear.
serve your
Lounge.
drinks,
Yeah.
play your music,
Yeah.
and stop focusing on the food, because clearly you don't even want to put your investments in the food.
Somebody approached me, they want to open a lounge. They want someone to do the kitchen. I said, okay, no problem. Let me come see the space. Bruh, I said the kitchen was the size of my personal toilet in my house.
It's gross.
Like 8 square meters or
It's
something.
gross.
And I was like, oh, come on. This is so small.
Exactly.
I was like, what you can do is you can do fast food.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
And they're like, no, like,
You
I don't
want
tell them what they should buy.
Yeah.
What was the budget?
Exactly. Because when I'll be doing, someone will ask me to do a consultation, they see my page, they see the type of food I create, they say this is what they want in their restaurant. Okay, now it's time to budget. You're not even ready to spend the money on quality ingredients.
Anything.
You're not ready to spend the money on quality staff. Equipment. How can I go into a kitchen and they don't have an oven working? They're using one of those
So
portable...
What?
A portable microwave.
Those ovens you just
oven.
put on your table.
And it's fine dining. Now I get
Fine
it.
dining.
I think it's where, just like you have said, is because it's Lagos.
Yeah. My observation is these people opening restaurants, they're not hospitality trained, number one, and I think it's important to have the balance of an entrepreneur and a chef or culinary enthusiast,
Yeah.
right?
Something like
because
that.
they forget that all these things are important. It's not just about having the money to create a place. Most of these Nigerian owners it's like their second or third business and they
that's
just
what
want to
hurts
cash out.
me the most, because like my friends they don't live in Nigeria, so they just came for like 2 months based on work and everything, and they're just like, oh, like, can you take us to other restaurants? And I'm taking them to my favorite places. I only go to 4 restaurants.
4 onwards.
I have learnt my lesson. And my friends are like, we want to buy back. We want to buy Naira. We want to buy Naira to grow the Naira. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, but there are no restaurants that are good that are owned by Nigerians. I'm sorry to say. And it hurts me to say
Why
it.
is it that
But
the
that's just the
Lebanese,
truth.
because there's a Lebanese owning these great restaurants?
Why?
What is one, apart from maybe owner?
But Ona is even new. They just
It's
came
just
like
new,
what?
so I still have to wait
It's
to
brand
decide
new.
what my whole
But
thoughts
if
are.
you're
And-
rotating 4, because so let me be the, because it looks like you both share the same. Let me be the breaker
She loves
here.
slow.
I would say that they do their best. Maybe it's not there, but they do their best. So let me
Okay.
mention. I don't know if you've been to La Chamere.
I've been there. That's the worst restaurant in the
Please,
whole
please,
Lagos.
please, I want to fight you.
No. I'm not saying that. I
can't
want to.
even
I want
fight
to
the
know.
owner.
Hold on. So La Chamere. So personally, and I feel like when it comes to food, going to restaurants, it's an individual thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's some restaurants you tell me, and I'll be like, "Excuse you," and I'll tell you one, and then they're like, "Nah," So I went to La Chamere, and it was honestly for me, it wasn't bad. So maybe it would be nice to know that major element. It wasn't bad. Their food wasn't bad to me.
What did you have? Did you go for breakfast?
No, not breakfast.
I went for
I had the
breakfast.
normal main menu. I can't remember. I've eaten a couple of things there, and it was nice. The ambient. Well, I would say that one thing I have it with against La Chamere is just the fact that now Lagos has a place where you go to a restaurant. There's that thing, but you want to take pictures. It's just there. It's different if I'm going because I just want to just eat. But most of the
It's a
time,
bit picturesque, no?
Shome?
it's
Oh, no, it's picturesque.
It's very one
With the stuff on
dimensional.
the
Yeah, I mean, everyone just
and
takes
all
the
that.
silly
It's one,
pictures.
that's the thing. It's very one dimensional.
Yeah, like that's all I saw. Silly,
Once you
silly,
take a
silly.
picture there once, you
You're
can bet
okay.
that next time you're going, it's just going. You're just going.
Yeah,
For
it's
me, it's
okay.
like when I go to a
Have it.
restaurant, the last thing I care about is the decor.
Me
A
too.
lot of the time.
Me too.
So she's just going to eat.
I'm going there to eat
Okay.
and
Have you
drink.
ever been to Tai Tai?
No, I've not been there.
I tried going there, and then they told me it's inside an apartment building, and I had to
No,
walk
honestly,
there, and I
go to
was just like,
Tai Tai.
guy.
Simple,
But
but
I
the
ordered
food
that
is
delivery,
good.
and
What's
their
their
food is
spec?
Their food is
What's
good.
Their
their
food
spec?
is yum.
What do they have like?
Great Thai food.
Thai
It's just
food,
Thai food.
just
Very
Thai
good.
food.
Thai and Thai,
But it's
okay.
simple.
And it's
Simple,
nice.
It's nice. Shome, I'm sorry. I think one thing about Lagos restaurants is just consistency. I went on a terrible day.
Why would you even say that? Why would you not serve alcohol?
No, there's no problem
The
with not
restaurants
serving.
are
No,
not saying
but you
it.
have to say it.
You didn't say that
I
you
had
don't
no
have
idea.
alcohol.
You have to publicize these things, and that's the first thing that
It's
pissed
wrong.
me off, because you're putting cocktail. I even went on their Instagram page. They had a drink. They're putting
Yeah.
cocktail. Call it a
Yeah.
mocktail. Say it's non-alcoholic.
Yeah,
Say it on your
true.
disclaimer.
Virgin.
Say it on your
Yeah.
disclaimer. So
Yeah.
I know
You
what
have
I'm
a
coming
point
for.
there.
There's no problem.
You want to
Yeah,
go
but
there for
I go
brunch,
there. I went there for
nothing.
but just trying to do tipsy brunch, and is a dry restaurant. Okay, I just ordered a mint lemonade. It now came looking. It was mouthwash. It was mouthwash. It was chemical green.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry. I ordered their lunch menu, and I don't want to I've already publicly criticized, because this is something I don't like to just criticize stupidly, but they gave me rotten lobster.
Rotten.
It was.
It had that still smell.
That happened to me at a restaurant I went
and
to.
the
as
audacity,
well.
the owner had the audacity to tell me that he caught it himself that morning.
You shouldn't have done that.
How did he catch it? Is he a
caught it.
fisherman?
Okay, so let's say let me even entertain you, and you caught it this morning. Where did you keep it? Obviously, you kept it in the Lagos heat for 5 hours.
What does it
So
mean
I
by
don't-
he got it himself? Sorry, that's the one that is even getting to me. He
It's
caught
just-
it
it's
with
just
his
a
bare
way of
Like,
trying
so
to-
for me, my one pet peeve, let's say even if you have a bad day, and there's nothing wrong with having a bad day, I'm a chef, sometimes things go south, but it's how you deal with problems, it's
Yeah.
how you do conflict
It's
resolution,
important.
and Lagos hospitality don't know how to do that. Oh, this is how we do it, it's cooked that way. And then they won't even try to refund you, give you something as a compensation. You still have the audacity to put a rotten lobster on my bill, and you think I'm going to pay for it.
It's madness.
So what about
Madness.
the restaurants that? Because I know there are a couple of restaurants in Lagos that have their main. I don't use the word branch, but then you get what I'm trying to say. Outside the country, like they've established in Europe.
Like Eric Keza.
Yeah, like Erikeza, like Vendôme, probably.
Vendôme.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
And then they.
I didn't
Is
know
this
they had
is the
another-
Vendôme
I
international?
didn't know
I
they
think
had
they
another
are. Yeah, I
brand.
think they are.
You know, people come out here
I
and
think
they
they are. If I'm
franchise
wrong,
and do
only if I'm
rubbish.
wrong, but I think they are. I think because I know when I went there to eat, there's a conversation I had with somebody where the person is like, their menu is like, since they are opening in Lagos, they should have made their menu less the way it is over there. So I'm only saying based
Their
on
menu
what I
gave
heard.
me typical Lagos
Yeah.
restaurant. Pasta,
Very confusing.
Chicken wings,
Personally, it was very
spring roll, pasta.
Yeah, like
That's all I saw in
Eric
Vendôme's
Everything
They
menu.
was
do
really nice.
fantastic
I like
pastries.
Eric Keza.
I go there, I get
Pastries.
I get
Yeah.
my pastries from
But
there.
those people, what do you think about them? Because it looks like they're, I mean, for you to have a standard that you're following here.
You know,
should
it's
it-
that's
should
how
it-
franchising works.
Yeah.
They will tell you exactly how you need to do it.
Yeah.
And it's up to you to follow them.
And
that's
that's
why
why a lot-
Lagos
a lot-
Continental
yeah.
Hotel is no longer the Intercontinental.
Exactly,
They
and
couldn't follow the
a lot
brief.
of international franchises can't come here because, especially when it comes to suppliers and quality, like that's why like a lot of fast food, McDonald's can't come
Because
because
Nando's, I miss them.
Nando's can't come.
Nando's
But
can't
it's
come.
sad
They
because
were
we have
here,
so
but
much
they
chicken
left.
Even
here.
Burger King that is
But
here.
Burger King took
what
how long
about
to
it?
come?
Yeah, even now that
So
they're here.
And
have-
it's not good.
Yeah.
Their burgers are really bad. But
Let's
they
just-
have
let's
good
just say
chicken.
I don't
nuggets.
mind Burger
They have
King.
good
I
nuggets
don't
and
mind
wings.
Burger King. I don't mind it. But no, I think we can talk about this forever. But let's round up and just say what is one thing. I always do this thing at the end of the podcast. Like, what's your one thing? And what's one thing that you think Lagos? Let's be positive. What's one thing that you think we are doing well in terms of Lagos hospitality?
So
Beezus, first your face.
yeah, so I have to go first because I know that she has probably a lot to say off against. Let me say, so to be honest, right, irrespective, one thing I would compliment is there's effort. It's not easy starting up a restaurant. Yes, can there be deep thought to it? Yes. Can you think deeply? You're trying to satisfy people with food. You know, food is a very, if this part guy picks my food, how it gets to me matters to me because it's my food. So it's food, you need to go the extra mile. The extra thought can be there, but I think the effort is there in trying to satisfy people. Another thing is now everybody is aesthetics. So I see a lot of people try to like sketch Lagos, even though yeah, you take it one time, you don't take it again because you've taken it already. What's there again? I think the effort for me is one thing I would outline, but there has to be a lot of work needs to be done in that extra thought to satisfying people, to hospitality, making me warm, making me comfortable. So, but the effort is there. They're trying. It can be better.
I'd say what we're doing well in hospitality. I don't know if it's necessarily hospitality, but I would say, yeah, a lot of cool restaurants are popping up. Beautiful decor,
Yeah.
beautiful interior, beautiful
Yeah.
exterior. You can see that they really thought out the design
Yeah.
of that restaurant, you know. And I like that. I really like that because
Yeah.
I go somewhere, I want it to look nice.
Yeah.
You know, not even that I'm taking pictures,
Yeah.
but I just want to feel like,
You want to feel
I'm
like-
transported somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, like when I was on that show with you,
Yeah.
like I transported my guests
Yes,
to Asia. I
exactly.
like feeling like I'm somewhere else.
Yes.
Which is why I feel like Kaylee, for example, has done really well in that regard.
Yes.
I went inside there and I was like, oh, I'm no
Ah,
longer
yeah.
a Lagos.
I thought I was a nice bridge. Like, they did it right. They did
It's
it
well
right.
done, tastefully
They
executed,
did that, yeah.
and I like that. But I still feel like there's just so much more to be done.
Yeah.
I think a lot of Nigerian restaurateurs, they're not focusing on the right thing. They're not focusing on their food. They're not focusing on their waiters, their service, their timing. They're not focusing on any of that. They're not even focusing on the experience. They're not saying, come and take pictures in our beautiful restaurants. And that's how people are coming there. Like, that's how, the lady that did that cafe that they said you must pay 10K minimum spend because you can't just come and take pictures, or that Santorini place.
I forgot about that.
I've forgotten about the place. I just remembered it now. If I'm talking about picturesque restaurants that, people don't really go to anymore because you just go there to take a picture and you leave. Cappadocia.
Yeah.
I haven't been there.
I haven't been there.
But I haven't heard anything good about it.
No, neither. So
Just
I won't
the
waste my
decor.
time.
So
I think I agree with you
waste
though. I
money,
think
beg.
I think that we're starting to have some really nice curated places, I would say, but let's curate the food too.
Exactly, and
Okay.
the experience.
Yeah, I think one thing that I am enjoying here in Lagos, I love little staycations. So in the terms of hospitality, I think we have little picturesque places.
I really want to know more about it because
I enjoy staycations. So even going to Jara Beach,
Yeah.
even
Been
boardroom
to Jara.
apartments, they have the Tata Ayu Spa.
Yes.
So I think we're coming up with very good apartment short let that you can rent
Yes.
for a
Gives you the
weekend
experience,
that has
like
places
you're
in that
out of the
area. You can have a
country,
nice pool, you can get a
Yeah.
massage,
Yeah.
and that type of hospitality for me, I would tell my touristy friends to experience
Do
that as
that.
well.
That's very
So I enjoy that, and the food can be simple. It can just be nice grilled. Like Jara, it was
Yeah.
so simple. We had a fireplace night with
barbecue,
champagne, all you can drink, all inclusive. Like I enjoy things like that.
That's at Jara.
Yeah,
Me,
enjoying
I'm
the
all
beach.
about. Personally, I'm all about all inclusive.
Yeah,
Like I do that
Exactly.
with my work.
Exactly.
Like, I love just paying, even if it's 100K.
Exactly. Let me know
150K.
everything is
I
inside.
don't like it when I'm getting somewhere and I'm shocked.
Yeah, exactly.
So I need to know about.
But one thing, Lagos is such a touristic potential in Lagos is incredible. It's
much.
vast, and
It's
you don't even
much.
have to clean up this. I've
We
gone to
haven't
Mexico
tapped
and it's a
into
gutter.
It's much.
You just have to.
What
we have
about
to
that
invest.
Ilashe?
Our beaches are much.
you.
Our beaches are prettier than a lot of
Jara.
places.
They are gorgeous.
They are gorgeous. So
Like-
I really want our hospitality industry to really invest in what we have and show it with pride because we can really make a lot of money.
And you
in
know,
that.
for example, in Lagos, this is an island where we should be going to the beach every day.
You know.
I should be seeing the beach as I'm driving. You know what I mean? And I love that all these places like Moist, Island Breeze, etc. are just
Bringing
popping
that to
up and
life.
bringing up
Landmark Beach.
you
Yeah.
guys bringing up the fact that we're actually an island.
Yeah.
Like you see people running to Jamaica, running
Look,
to Barbados.
we have it here. That's all I
can
have
they
to
run
say.
here?
So, customer service, let's round up. Customer service, knowing what you do and focusing on doing that well and just providing a whole holistic experience. And I think we can learn a lot from Southeast Asia, for example.
Bruh.
But yeah.
One just a quick second. Another thing is that yes, we know that you put work, money, everything. There's a way you can balance affordability.
Agreed.
Don't put so much money. Like you see, after paying for the food, I'm paying some ridiculous amount for VAT. Even when VAT should be 7.5%.
That's another
Why
thing
am I-
I would say. Another thing I would say, pricing. When I like pricing,
We can have
in
another
Lagos,
conversation about pricing,
Pricing
but
is
all
bad.
we have to just say is bad.
the value for money is zero. I go somewhere. Why am I spending? Where did we go to that
150,
day? Me, you,
200.
and Princess. We went
For three
out.
people, why?
It was just. Please, you even got it. It was 150K. Just the three of us. What did we eat?
Rubbish.
Small. And the food was nice, but the portions were
Small.
tiny. The drinks were not enough. And for me, I'm just like, why are we spending 50K per head? If I go to America and spend my $100,
Sorry, I'll
I
close
know
this
what
with
I'll
saying the
get.
wine bottle that we were Instagramming for 35K. My cousin in America had the audacity to tell me that it's in her local corner shop for $5. $5.
My 35K.
as well. We're going to get there.
So if you're going out to Lagos, don't take pictures of the wine bottle that they're giving you.
Because you hear it. You
But
hear
yes,
it.
girls, this has been amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. God bless our country, Sha.
Amen.
Even though we have a lot of work, I still love it. And
To be honest,
I'll
it's a
say
good
this.
place.
Would you still live here if you had the choice?
Yes, I have a choice.
Yes, would you still live here if you
If-
had the choice?
If things get better, yes.
I mean, I chose to live
I chose
here,
to
and
live
it's
here,
my
like-
home. At the end of the day, all those experiences we
chose.
spoke about in foreign lands is not my home. No matter what, I'm not going to be giving
Yeah,
my
that's
everyday
right.
money to a country
It's
that
different.
will not call me
Yeah.
home.
It's really different.
So, yeah.
And there's no
Yeah.
racism.
Exactly.
But
That's
thanks for the
enough to make me
Italy
live here.
bit, because it's a place I intend to go very soon. So I'm just going to look out for it.
And if you go, enjoy.
I know.
Even me, I'm planning on going. I've never been
Enjoy.
there. But
Let's see how things are
just
next
be
year. I'm ready
wary,
to
Sha.
jump pasta if things get. But yeah, thank you so much,
Thank
girls.
Thank you for
Of
having
Of
us.
course.
Thank
It was
you.
nice.
Cheers.
Bye. Wow, what an amazing episode. I really enjoyed this conversation. We have traveled first class around the world and we brought it back home to Nigeria, and we love our country. I think there's so much we can talk about here, but what I've learned is just to be inspired every day and to always want to do better. And thank you again to Declan. Thank you to Owama Styled by In Her Closet, and also to Mile Nigeria for having us in their space. Mwah! See you next time.